we will be discussing formatting tags in HTML. Like in the previous lecture, we did the basic HTML tags using which we designed a sample page. Here we're going to use the formatting tags available in HTML. So we would be discussing these tags. The first one is B. B stands for bold. So if you want to show something in bold letters, we will be using B tag. All of these tags are container tags, so you need to close them where you want them to stop working. Then we have I, that is for italic. Whatever we write in I and the closing I tag, that comes a bit slant, and bold will come in a thick dark form. Then U is for underline. It shows a line below the text. SUP stands for superscript. Like if you have to write, say today is 17th of Jan. So I want to move TH a bit above than the normal text. So that TH can be moved above with the help of superscript. Similarly, if you need to move it down, we have subscript for that. Then we have font tag. Alone font tag doesn't do anything. It has attributes with it, and you can use whichever attribute you want to. There are three possible options, and according to the attribute it would affect the text. Then we have p tag paragraph for aligning a paragraph. And there are some other special formatting tags like address, quote, pre, quote, emp, and strong. Address is basically used to show the address of some place. These are more of logical tags rather than they affect the physical appearance. So if I have written address tag, so the search engines get to know that the thing written between the opening and closing address tag is an address. Same way if you're writing any quotations, like any sayings of some famous people, that can be done in the quote tag. In this, it leaves some space on the right and left of the quote, and the quote appears in the center of the screen. Then we have pre tag. Normally HTML doesn't read spaces and new lines. So if you're writing something and you leave more than one space in between, HTML is going to show only one space. It will remove all other spaces between two words. Similarly, if I write things on separate lines like we saw in the last lecture, it will not give a new line unless and until you write BR tag over there or you use the paragraph tag. But we have a tag called pre. If I write a code in the opening and closing pre tag, the number of blank spaces and the number of lines will come exactly the way you have written it in the notepad. So it will come the same way as we have mentioned in the text over here in the pre tag. Then is code. If I'm writing some code, like I'm writing the code of HTML, C, C++, something on my web page, so we can write that inside the code tag to tell the search engines that it's not the normal text, it is code of some programming language. Then we have emphasize. Emphasize is to emphasize certain text to give it importance. This usually appears in italic, but the only logical concept is to emphasize the text. Similarly, strong gives the bold effect, but logically we tell that this text is important for the page. Now the thing is we have to see how do we use all these tags in the HTML page. So this is my HTML page which we worked on in the last lecture. So we're going to continue with the same. So in this page now I want to add some formatting effects. For example, that sample HTML page line, I want this heading to come underlined as well. So I'm going to put U tag here and I'm going to close it here. So whatever I've given in the opening and closing U tag should be underlined, right? So we have to see it in the browser. So we're going to launch it in Chrome, and you can see that sample HTML page is underlined now. So it is underlined because we gave U tag over there. That's the underline tag over there. Now is the thing we have to use other formatting tags as well. So I want this sample web page to be bold. So here I write B, and then at the end of sample web page I close the B tag. So I've closed the B tag here. So this sample web page is going to be bold, and this hello I want bold and italic both. So I give B tag, then I give I tag, and after hello I close I tag and then I close B tag. So it will be both bold as well as italic. Now this paragraph is coming, but I want this paragraph to come in the center. So we have an attribute for that called align. You can write in any letters, capital will also work. So I just write align center. So align center will align the paragraph in the center of the screen. Then the whole text is coming in red, but I want this thanks for visiting to appear in green color. So to change the color of some specific text, maybe a single letter or two letters or the whole phrase or the whole paragraph, you can use font tag. With font tag, I have to use the attribute color. And make sure that when you write color, you don't write U in that. It's COLOR. Font color is equal to green. Thanks for visiting, and I close the font tag here. If I don't close the font tag here, thanks for visiting will come in green, as well as this paragraph will also come in green, because unless it finds the closing tag, the effect is applied to whatever follows that tag. So over here we have applied bold, italic, aligned with the paragraph, and we've used the color attribute of the font tag. Let's refresh this. So it's coming. This is a sample web page. You can see is in bold letters. Hello is bold as well as italic. Thanks for visiting is green in color, and this paragraph has come in the center of the page. So hope you understood how these attributes are used. We have two more attributes with the font tag. One is color. The other one is size. If you want to make it bigger, you can give a size as well. So I've given size is equal to 5. Now this font tag can have only 7 sizes possible, ranging from 1 to 7. By default, the size which appears is size 3. So we can take maximum size as 7 and the minimum type size as 1. So I've given size as 5. One more thing which you can change if you want is the face. Face is the writing style, like the character formation. For example, we have Comic Sans MS, Monotype Cursiva, Times New Roman, Arial, Arial Black. So whatever face you want. Since the face would have spaces in between, so we must give it in quotes. So I am using Monotype Cursiva and close the quotes over here. So any value of the attribute which has a space in between must be given in quotes so that it can be considered as one unit. So thanks for visiting has become a bit bigger, but I think there is some problem in the spelling of the face. Yeah, now it's better. So it's thanks for visiting is in Monotype Cursiva. So this is how we can change the writing style of the text as well. If I need the same style to appear for this also, I have to write the font tag again here. But I just want to change the face, not anything else. So I have to write the face what I want. And then the tag started after the paragraph tag, so we should close it before the paragraph tag. Let's refresh the thing. So you can see the font of the last line has also changed. So this is how we use font tag. Okay, now comes your superscript and subscript. Here I want to write today is 17th of January 2018. Okay, I save it and we refresh it. Can you see this? Its th is coming on the same level of 17. I want it to go a bit higher, so I'll write sup tag before the th and I close sup tag after the th, and then I'm going to refresh it. So you can see very well over here, th has gone a bit up. That is the effect of superscript. Similarly, if you want to bring it down, you have to use subscript. So subscript will get it down, like I give BR so that I move on to the next line on the page, and I write water is equal to H2O. Okay, let's save this first and refresh it. Again, you can see 2 is at the same level of H, but now I'm going to write sub and then I'm going to close sub after 2. So once I do that, I get 2 a bit lower than the normal placement of H. So this is subscript. So we've got superscript, we've got subscript, we've used bold, italic, underline, we've aligned the paragraph, and we've used the font tag. Other than that, the other tags are simply for logical purpose, they're not for the physical appearance. So we can use any one of them. Let's say we use the address. Address, I write like state library of Victoria, Melbourne, and I close the address tag and save it. Now let's refresh. So you can see it's coming in italic. So rather than the appearance, the main thing that matters is that logically search engines are going to treat it as a logical value. That means they know that it's an address, it's not a normal italic text. So that is the purpose of logical formatting tags. So these are the formatting tags we can use in HTML. Along with that, I told you I'll be telling you a few more attributes about the mark you tag in this. So I've used mark you, which is scrolling your text on the screen. It's scrolling from right to left. I don't want to scroll from right to left. I want it to move in the right direction. So I can write direction is equal to right. As I write direction, you can see the direction has changed. Earlier it was moving right to left. Now it's moving left to right. Then if you notice, it will keep moving on, and when it reaches the end of the screen, it moves out of the screen and then comes back again from the left hand side, right? I hope you got this, but I don't want this. I want that it should move from one side, touch the other corner, come back, then touch the corner, and then it should like bang between the two sides. For that we have an attribute called behavior. Again, U is not there, it's behavior. Behavior has three possible options, that is scroll, alternate, and slide. I write behavior is equal to alternate. That means it will go to the other direction and then come back from there only. The third option, slide, means that it will move only once on the screen and then it will fix on the other side, won't move again. So you can use scroll, alternate, or slide. By default, the behavior is scroll. You can see it has come back, and like this it will keep on moving between the two sides. And for direction also we have four options possible. By default is left. We have tried right. You can try up and down as well. So it can move vertically as well on the page if you want. So these are the basic attributes with marquee. Then there are certain to control the speed of the marquee. Those are scroll amount and scroll delay. Like you want to move it a bit faster. So I write scroll amount. Scroll amount means how many dots it moves at once. So I just increase it. The more the scroll amount is, the faster your text would move. I think you can make out the difference. So that's how marquee tag works in HTML. So these are the basic formatting tags to be used in HTML. Hope you understood the concept. And if it was really useful to you, do like the video, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe the channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you.